Joe Darger and his 3 wives are with us. I think this is the first time in the studio I've had a polygamist. So I know you're going to Dr. Phil from here, so I'll get you ready for that. Ready?
Right.
Joe, how's it possible that you can have enough love for even one woman to spread it around to even 3 women?
I don't think love could be measured. Obviously, I believe I have 3 soulmates. I'm entirely in love with all 3 of these women.
Tell everybody how many children you have between us.
We have 24 children.
That's insane. That is totally insane. I have 3, and the problems, the aggravation that comes up every day, there's a lot. There's just a lot of issues. I have teenagers, that kind of stuff. How do you deal with that many kids, and how do you explain to them? I mean, I know the books that are out now are like for lesbian couples. Mm-hmm. I have 2 mommies. Mm-hmm. How do you even do this? What's that book?
Well, the book is Love Times 3. The book does go into the mechanics of how we raise a family. I know a lot of people get stuck on the mechanics of it because it is overwhelming. It's overwhelming for anyone that has 3 kids, 4 kids. Everyone has certainly a capacity of where they feel like, oh, how do I get through the day?
Do you homeschool? Are you homeschooling everybody?
No.
This is Alina. Yeah. And one thing you have to realize is we all know that this relationship exists, and we also know there's some give and take and sacrifice for it. So if I have something going on that day and I can't talk to him, then I'm a big girl and it's a big world, and I do what I need to do and move on.
All right, but look me in the face. Let's make eye contact with each other. So
Straight
you're
up.
sitting there, it's nighttime, and you know he's in bed with one of the sisters. Mm-hmm. Sex may be more intimate. He may be talking about stuff. He may be talking about you and his problems with you. How do you deal with that? There's jealousy.
Oh, for sure. And I would never deny that there's jealousy, and especially early on. You just learn to, that has to be dealt with, and you talk to each other. We have a lot of trust, and we communicate, and that's how you do it. And again, remembering that this is a deep part of our faith.
But knowing he's in the bedroom having sex with one of the twins, or both of the twins. You never do. It's never a threesome thing.
Never.
Always one. Okay. Well, how are you in your bedroom knowing that he's in another bedroom having sex with somebody else?
Well, again, back to the same thing. If you look at it, that this is all about sex, it couldn't be done. Not for me, anyway. There's a lot more to it. There's
sex is about connection.
True.
Sex is about emotion and connection. So he's in another room being really intimate, having that connection with somebody else.
Well, this is Valerie, and it's true. It's true that you think about it, and it's something that goes through your mind, through my mind as another wife, and it has come up, and it's even been the source of tears sometimes, and it's just something that we I know these relationships exist, but I joined this family knowing that was already happening before I came along. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's a certain thing that that I accepted, and so I signed up for it, and now, now it seems more completely natural.
How many polygamists are there living in the closet where you are?
There's estimated about 38,000. It's a very diverse culture. I mean, you see the Warren Jeffs type of persona, which we are not part of. That segment, but there's a lot of them just like us. The integrated society, no one knows. It's a culture that's not talked about. It's taboo for us to be here, even within our own culture.
So what's the next question? What are the ramifications? You're going to get nailed for this big time because you're just flaunting it.
Yeah, anytime anyone speaks up and talks, there'll be there's going to be a lot of pressure for why aren't you arresting them? It's illegal, and now it's public. There's and so I'm sure we'll get back and it'll be, there's an investigation. We're looking into this family.
And then what happens? Because it is illegal. You're going to go to jail.
Well, part of the reason we do this, and this is Vicky, is because we want to see it decriminalized. There's really no reason why it should be against the law. We're consenting adults.
But that's a big road. I mean, you got a long road ahead of you. A lot of money to spend.
Starts one step at a time, right?
It starts by us being. We have to change the negative stereotypes, and if the whole culture continues to be quiet and doesn't stand up and say, this is who we are, nothing will change. Somebody has to step up and define who we are.
Do you have other couples behind you, other families behind you supporting you?
Yes, we do. And this is Alina. And yeah, again, that same thing. It is a long road, but if somebody never steps onto it and takes the journey, then how will it ever change?
Love Times 3, correct?
Yes.
Is the name of the book. It's fascinating. We'll follow up with you because I want to see what the ramifications are, because you're very brave putting it out there because it's what you believe in, and you may pay for it. We'll find out.